Good evening, everyone, and welcome to PBD Veterans Memorial High School for the 14th annual Danish Cup between your PBD Tanners and the Crusaders of Bishop Fenwick. I'm Matt Smith, and tonight I am joined by Hall of Fame, PBD High School, Bryant University legend Brian Mulk. Coach Mulk, thanks for coming.
Oh, Matt, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here tonight. Nice night we got out here for the Danish Cup.
Yeah, I love it. Great night. So, this is, like I said, the 14th annual. Tanners have a decided lopsided win total here in the Danish Cup. They have won 12. Actually, they won 12 in a row until last year, and Fenwick finally got their first Danish Cup. So Tanners are looking to bring the Danish Cup back to PBD High School. Tanners come in at 5-4. And Bishop Fenwick is currently standing at 1-10. So I think hopefully Tanners will take advantage of that, and we'll see what happens. So I hate to admit it, after 6 straight years of never missing a PBD boys lacrosse game, I have yet to see this team play. So I don't even know what to expect, Coach.
Well, I'm right there with you. Haven't seen no high school lacrosse games yet this year, but I tell you, this game's always competitive. The rivalry, I think, will bring the best out of both schools. So I'm not super concerned about PBD having 12 wins and Fenwick having 1 or 2, because I think this is going to be a intense game between two good teams.
Absolutely. So it looks like we are going to pause briefly for the national anthem, and then we will play some lacrosse.
Let's do it.
So we are back and ready for the first face-off of the 14th annual Danish Cup. So, as Brian was talking before, it doesn't really matter the records. The Danish Cup, both teams usually step up for, and I can remember 2 years ago when my son was a senior, they actually needed to win the Danish Cup to make the tournament. So, absolutely right, Coach. So I was just, while we were listening to the national anthem, I noticed PVD has 20 seniors on the team. At least that's what the roster says. So
That's great.
yeah. So PVD currently stands at the most recent power rankings as 30th, which would qualify them. But unfortunately, the Tanners stand in the same division as St. John's Prep, BC High, Lincoln Sudbury, Andover. So probably if things stay true to form, they would have a playing game and then have to travel to one of those schools. So tough haul if they make the tournament, but step one is let's make the tournament.
So the game means a little bit more to Peabody than it does to Fenwick.
It does,
tonight,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah. Fenwick is currently at 50th in the power rankings, which would not qualify them.
And you mentioned all the upperclassmen on the Peabody roster. I'm looking at the Fenwick roster, and it's halfway full with kids from Peabody.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming a lot of these boys know each other from the neighborhood.
Probably played youth together.
Yep.
Yep. So certainly I do know this much, that player to watch is the goalie for Peabody, number 42, Aiden Height. He is having a very good season. Has had, since he's been a varsity goalie, has had very good years. He is solid. So here we go. Face-off is controlled by Fenwick, who immediately turns it over.
Number 44 is Anthony Costanzo, who temporarily took control of that ground ball and is helping on the clear.
A little different speed than what we saw last night, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah. So Brian and I were both at the Endicott Western New England team to watch PVD High alum Jack Holden play in his final game as a college lacrosse player. So number 22, Jaden Kritikos, is also frequently in the scoring column, as is Derek Collins, number 6.
Peavy's coming out to start the game in a little 1-3-2 set. Looks like they're going to dodge from the midfield. Number 4, Stephen Brown, shot on goal.
Tanners win the race to the end line. And this is Kritikos.
It was gobbled up by the Fenwick goalie.
Yeah, pretty
Number
easy save.
23, Liam Kelch. Standing pretty tall in there. You can always tell how tall the goalie is because the cage is 6 feet tall.
Yep.
So if the head comes up to the top.
So Fenwick does get it across and in the box in time, and we'll wait for a couple substitutions here before they start their first offensive possession. Good pass.
Ooh.
Good save. That shot was by number
13, Nathaniel Riccuti, attackman from Marblehead.
I think that you saw that. I thought it was a 43.
Decent crowd here tonight.
Yeah, always for the Danish Cup, and it helped. The girls had a huge win right before the boys. Who they beat again? Top ranked. I'll look it up. But I know it was a big win for the girls tonight.
This is number 6, Derek Collins, dodging for his left hand. Shot on goal. Pretty easy stop for the goalie there.
Yep,
Peabody goalie's good too.
Peabody girls beat Chelmsford, who currently stand at number 2 in the power rankings. So
big
that
win
is a
then.
big win. That is going to catapult them.
And there's the first goal of the game.
So first goal of the game is scored by number 12, John Tavernassi, who is, as Brian mentioned, from Peabody.
Wait, I think that was number 13.
Oh, really?
Riccuti. It was either 13 or 2. It's tough to see the jerseys from up here.
Yeah,
but
block is tough.
Initially a really strong save by Peabody's goalie, and then the Fenwick attackman just picked it up off the rebound and put it right back in.
All right, well, we'll for now unofficially say number 13.
It was a left-hander, so I believe it was 13.
So, possession maintained by Fenwick off of the face-off. And number 29, Aiden Bryan, will wait for substitutions and the offensive midfielders to come in.
PB's got a flag down on them.
Yeah, looks like possibly a hit to the head.
It's a tough call. I thought that was pretty strong defense by number 5 from Peabody. What's his name, Smitty?
That's
Kyle
Ndungu.
Yeah, really strong athletic kid. He was just pushing a little bit, and the ref hit him with the flag.
So the Tanners will be a man down for what I assume is 1 minute. No one at X for Fenwick, which I find odd.
Well, when the extra man set, Matt, it's not uncommon to keep all 6 players in front of the cage.
And potentially lose that possession. All right, well, good defensive play there by the Tanners, who get it to midfield but immediately lose it and turn it over.
They're still a man up now. So they'll look to bring the short stick back on the offensive side of the field and get back into their set. There's a shot wide of the cage. Fenwick will retain possession.
And penalty is up, so Tanners are back to full strength. So Fenwick very deliberate in what they're doing here, not in any rush by any means.
It's a shot and a goal by number 29 from Fenwick, Aiden Byrne.
Good shot, one stick side, high corner.
Yeah, you just got to step on the defender. Nothing too crazy happened there. PB's just going to be a little bit quicker to slide.
So, 6:45 left in the first, and the Tanners find themselves in a 2-0 deficit. So, face-off won by number 11, Kyle Marin, who I believe played football as well. I do know a lot of players on the PVD team, first-time lacrosse guys. So Tanners could really use a stop here. Good job by the defender to stay with him. That was, I believe, number 17. Yep. Tyson Higgins. 3-year varsity player, I believe.
This is number 29 again. Aiden Byrne seems to be Fenwick's primary dodger. There's a feed inside. It's not handled. It's going to be a turnover to Peabody.
Tough pass there. So Aiden Height will clear it. Just goes over the midfielder's head. And it is picked up by Fenwick defender Braden Clifford, who in turn throws it away. So Derek Collins, midfielder, will take possession and try and get over midfield and get a touch in the box. Gives it up to number 4, Stephen Brown. And a shot. Was that Jason Holden?
That was number 31, Jason
Holden.
Quick catch and shoot. Bounce shot well placed. Tanners get on the board. I feel like I've seen a left-hander named Holden do that a bunch of times.
Yeah. So as we mentioned before last night, standout lacrosse player, PBD alum Jack Holden played in his final game for Western New England University against a very, very tough Endicott team. But nothing to hang his head about. He had a fantastic career. So Holden gets the touch and will give the ball up to Kritikos. Swings it to Collins. They'll set up the offense, and we'll see what we can do.
The PB just needs a quality possession now. Down 2-1, chance to tie it. Here comes Collins.
Yep, good shot.
Yeah, not a bad little take there.
Gonna test this goalie a little bit.
Yep. So Stephen Brown again on the dodge.
Yep, Collins will bring it back out and start the offense again. A lot of room for Collins to work with there. Kritikos with the shot, which will go out of bounds, but I believe Tanners will retain possession first to the end line. Both teams pretty deliberate, not willing to go particularly quick here. Ooh.
The ref could have maybe thrown a flag there.
Yeah.
He did not.
I think Fenwick got away with one there. So that shot is deflected and picked up by number 5, Lincoln Duggan. Or, I apologize, Dugan. Who will throw it to midfield to Rakuti, who turns the ball over and is picked up by Stephen Brown.
We've been seeing a lot of these turnovers lately, from the top of the box to the top of the box. Those of you at home, I mean the 30-yard line to the other 30-yard line. That's generally where the ball gets cleared and transferred from one side of the field to the other. The passes are often come at tougher angles, and that's where we're seeing all the turnovers. But to Matt's earlier point, both the offense and the defense for both teams has been pretty smooth.
Oh, good pass, good cut. Just didn't have the angle there to pull off the shot. So Brown will spin it around to Kritikos. In the game, too, is also Mason Klickstein.
Also entering the game is Peabody High's mascot.
That's not the right color.
Must have been a while since the last time I've been here. I've never seen that. I like it, though.
Yeah, love the spirit. So Kritikos will go to work here. Bounces it over the cage, out of the end line, but the Tanners will retain possession. Good pass, good shot. So that goal by number 22, Jaden Kritikos. To even up the score at 2 apiece here. So after a little sluggish start by the Tanners offense, they've picked it up a little bit here. So while we have a little pause in the switch here on substitutions, another shout out to PBD alum, Lacrosse alum Johnny Lucas, who was named third team all-conference, all-rookie team up at St. A's. And I think they've had their first undefeated season in I don't know how long. Won the conference, and I don't know how
well
long.
done, Johnny Lucas. That's so great to see. Not easy to do as a freshman.
Nope.
Well, it's easy to be a rookie when you're a freshman, but it's not easy to be rookie of the year.
So PBD's third goal of the game is scored by Derek Collins, a senior, a longtime varsity player. And not to be outdone by his older brother, Drew Lucas, who is in his senior season at Bryant, who I believe secured the number 1 seed in the conference tournament, correct?
They just won in overtime about 2 hours ago in the first round game against the Binghamton Bearcats. So they'll advance into the NCAA tournament.
Good for them. Second year in a row, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So Fenwick wins the ensuing face-off, and he'll have 10 seconds in which to get a shot off here before the quarter ends. And that's a good defensive play there. Pushed out. Good job by the Tanners. So push the dodge out and then force the turnover with that final second. So after a sluggish start by the Tanners, who went down early 2-0, they have come back to score 3 goals in a row by holding Kritikos and Collins to take a 3-2 lead over Bishop Fenwick. So it's early, Coach, but first impressions?
Well, the bleachers are now pretty full. The student body is here. The new mascot is here. And everyone's having a pretty good time. So it was a great first quarter. I'm sure it'll be a good second quarter, too.
Yep, pretty clean. Only one penalty committed by PBD, but they were, I believe, able to kill that penalty. So this has been kind of a trend with the Tanner's lacrosse teams the last couple of years. Slow to get going, but once they get going, they clean things up and play much better. I will say that it's a good opportunity for PBD. The Northeast Conference in general is a little bit down this year, so they can pretty much write their own story here, with some of your traditional powerhouses in the Northeast Conference having some down years. Beverly, Marblehead. So teams will switch ends, and we will start the second quarter. At the conclusion of the game, we will have the presentation of the Danish Cup, which is held by the winning team for the following year until next year's Danish Cup. And then we will have the presentation of the MVP for both teams, which will be presented by former PBD High lacrosse coach Kevin Holden.
And sitting right in front of me here is PBD High School Athletics superfan George Goulis. Shout out, George.
George wants to know when the Hall of Fame's being replayed, guys, in the truck, okay?
Let's get on that, guys.
So Tanners win the opening face-off. Kritikos with the shot, which is a little wide, and it appears the ref is going to give the ball to Fenwick. For those of us who don't know, on a shot, if the closest player to the ball, when it goes out of bounds on the baseline or even on the sideline, they are awarded possession of that ball. That's why you'll oftentimes see the goalie come out of the cage to try and race to the end line. There's also a time limit which teams have to not only get the ball over midfield, but also get what is often called get a touch, which is the 30-yard line down, indicated by that half blue line on the field. Baby was talking like the one 5 years ago. So Fenwick immediately comes back and scores their third goal of the game.
That's the captain for Fenwick 29, Aiden Byrne.
So Aiden Byrne with his second goal of the game.
Just a nice strong dodge there. Ran right by the PB defender.
Yep. So, Coach, you're absolutely right. He is clearly their biggest offensive threat.
PBD wearing their Carolina blue game tops tonight that say Tanner City on them.
Love them.
I always thought that was really cool.
Love them. So that is number 28, who is trying to barrel his way to the cage.
Anzalone, Antonio Anzalone, in an attack.
He is a converted long pull to offense. Little breakdown there in transition by the Tanners. Can we get a number on that?
I missed it.
Is that number 29 again? It's that far attackman, Coach, if you can see that number.
I think that's number 2, John Romans.
All right, so unofficially we will give that to number 2, Johnny Romans. Jason Holden will chase down the loose ball and then pops out of his stick and will go out of bounds. So Fenwick will get the ball.
They had an opportunity there, though.
Yep.
Number 4, Stephen Brown, seems to have some really good speed. Just mishandled the pass a bit.
So that is number 9, Craig Massoni, who brought the ball across midfield, got the touch. Fenwick will slow it down for substitutions, or as many coaches call yellow. PBD needs to lock it down here on defense. So good save by Aiden Height, who will clear to Collins, who will use his legs and his speed to get over midfield. And continue in the box and dump it to Kritikos, who will slow it down temporarily. So shot by Peabody, but Fenwick wins the race to the ball, so they will get possession. So this is planned here, right, Coach? Like, this is the third. I know Peabody's right, letting the goalie be, but this is probably the third clear, right, where goalies come up this high.
Yeah, that's just a coach's decision. Just to, you got to leave somebody open.
Ooh, pushing the back, so Peavy will get the ball. Just possession. So that is number 4, Stephen Brown, who is... I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but he's probably one of the fastest players on the team, just based on what I've seen here.
Yeah, this is PB's first line of midfielders right here. Kritikos, Brown, and who's number 10, Matty?
I think they get
Mason Klickstein.
Oh, good pass, good shot.
There's a goal by number 27, Matthew Vaz.
What number was it?
27.
So we have two Vazes on the team. So Matthew Vaz with his first goal of the night. And that brings the score even 4 apiece. So good pass, good shot, good possession there by the Tanners. Matthew Vaz, a freshman. So after a brief scrum, the ball is picked up by number 9, Masoni for Fenwick. I don't know. If it were me, I'd press everybody but 29. Force the issue here a little bit.
It's good defense by number 5 on Peabody.
Yeah.
Peabody picks up the loose ball in their own end.
Klickstein. Yep. So, recognizing that Klickstein may have been in a little trouble there, PBD coach calls a timeout with 6:39 left to go in the first half. The score tied up at 4.
I think this is the first roster I've seen, Smitty, that's not listed in numerical order. I would think that would be
or with
the way to put a
coffee
roster
spilt on it. A big shout out to Danny Collins for this spectacular roster that he gave me. Yeah, it's hurting my brain trying to find the names.
I guess if you're as good of a athlete as Danny was, and as good of a guy, I guess you get a pass on the roster.
Sure. don't
Smitty might not be giving you the pass, Dan.
Don't bother making my life easier. So this actually, Danish Cup traditionally, I'm not sure the rationale here, but traditionally has been either the last game or close to the last game of the season. Your Tanners actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games left. So this is kind of dead smack in the middle. So there must have been some sort of scheduling issue here that we couldn't have had it later in the season, which I'm sure there's a reason for it, but the Danish Cup at the end of the season it's the best. So Tanners will be home on Tuesday, May 6th against Masco, which will be a tough matchup. And then they travel to Swampscott.
Oh, Peabody in trouble here on the clear.
Yeah, lucky bounce
Goalie
there.
actually drew a penalty as he was crossing the midfield line.
So luckily that ball is picked up by Jaden Kritikos, who gives.
I was going to say, PB's going to want to slow it down and get a quality possession here, and just as I was about to say it, they threw it out of bounds.
Oh, they did get a flag. I did not see him throw that. So, looks like Tanners will be a man up. With the penalty going against number 5, Lincoln Dugan. And interesting to see out there, number 17, Tyson Higgins, a long pole on the man up, which not unheard of. Drew Lucas has done it in the past.
Yeah, every once in a while you get a long stick midfielder that can really handle the ball well, and you got him out there just in case you do turn it over and the ball goes back the other way. Your long stick defender's already on the field.
And just as we say that, Tyson picks up a very difficult ball and rips it just a little bit wide. But Tanners will keep possession. Still a man up. Tanner's moving the ball pretty well.
That was a great job by Kritikos there, stepping down and coming back top side for his right hand. Strong shot, put it right past the Fenwick goalie that he was speaking highly of.
Yeah. No. PVD goalie I was speaking highly of.
Oh, was it me? I was speaking highly about the Fenwick goalie to start the game.
Probably. You
They're,
must have
they're
insight
both good.
So Jaden Kritikos with his second goal of the game to push the Tanners lead to 5-4 with 5:28 left in the second quarter. And let's see if we can let's put a string of goals here together and create some distance. I feel like every time PB goes on a little run here, they turn the ball over and Fenwick takes advantage. So. All right, so I believe pushing the back will give the ball to the Tanners. Right at about the 50. A little different here in high school lacrosse as opposed to college lacrosse, which does have a shot clock. No shot clock in high school lacrosse.
Another great possession there for Peabody. I like how patient they are, and that last possession had a little bit more motion than the ones before it. And Kritikos again with his step down back to his right hand.
Yep, little jump
taking
shot
control
there.
of this game here in the second quarter.
So I asked, and Tanners delivered with another goal to push it to 6-4. So I don't know, Coach, your opinion, but other than goalie, I think face-off, having a good face-off guy is so crucial in lacrosse, especially high school. And here the Tanners win another face-off, won by number 11.
I would agree with you, Matt. I think if you're drafting a high school team, I think you start with the goalie.
So
Face-off guy would be my number 2 pick.
just possession is so huge in lacrosse. And PBD's face-off guy tonight has been number 11, Kyle Marin, who's done a nice job.
But if we're talking college, my first or second pick is going to be my
Goal scorer.
my stud left-handed goal scoring attackman.
I wonder why you chose that. He called what? I know it's Fenwick ball, but some sort of interference. All right, so after winning the face-off, a little scrum ensued and violation by Peabody. So we'll give Fenwick the ball. They'll bring it across midfield, number 9.
Craig Massoni, who's one of about 5 Bishop Fenwick team captains. Number 44, Anthony Costanzo, is also a very, very good youth lacrosse referee. He refs our games on Sundays here.
Oh, yeah? See, ever throw a flag?
Every once in a while.
That's a good gig. My kids did that. Loved it. All right, so pretty good defense here by the Tanners. Keeping Fenwick out on the perimeter. Fenwick a little stalled here on offense.
I like what Costanzo's doing here.
Yep.
He's covering Fenwick's best midfielder up at the 40-yard line.
Yeah. That's Byrne, who has 2 of their goals.
May also have 3. I think you and I missed one at the end of the first.
Well,
We gave it to number 2.
You told me to keep the windows shut, so
It's a chilly night out here.
it is a little chilly. I thought it would be warmer, but it is definitely chilly. So number 9 for Fenwick, clearly right-handed, just does not want to go left.
That was a great defensive stand from Peabody.
Yep, exactly what they needed. Get a goal here, and go into halftime. A little bit of a lead.
There's a dodge and a shot wide left by Collins, number 6. That is Kritikos again.
Having himself a game. So he scores the 7th goal of the game for the Tanners and his 4th goal overall.
That was a nice strong dodge down the alley. Put the shot right inside the far pipe there. Fenwick goalie couldn't get to it.
You see, look at the 50-yard line, the line through the Bull's head.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. I didn't want to call it out. It doesn't look like the
Looks like Kevin
machine
Holden.
with the
Looks
wheels
like Kevin
did it.
Holden did it.
Possession goes to Peabody.
That is number 10, Klickstein, I believe. Showing a little bit of speed.
There's 1 minute left in the half now.
PB is called for a ward. Which means the offensive player used his non-stick hand to kind of deflect the defender and protect the ball.
Mason Klickstein's father played on the league championship 2002 and 2003 PBD High team. random fact.
Wow. I know Mason grew up and maybe started his high school career as a baseball player and switched over to lacrosse, so good for him. And the Bull has entered the stands. Look at that. He's going to meet the youth kids. Oh, nope, he's going to the girls. So Fenwick again setting up offensively. Very, very deliberate in what they're doing here. I know it's the end of the half, but we got 20 seconds left until halftime. So looking to score on the last possession. And that is number 29, Byrne, who will give it up. Oh, good defense. Great defense. Number 7, Gabe Santos with the check right at the buzzer. And the Tanners will go into halftime with a 7-4 lead after starting with a 2-0 deficit. So good job by the Tanners to end the half on a high note. And we will be right back after these public service announcements.
DC Rentals has been in business for almost 30 years, offering state-of-the-art radio communications and security camera systems. DC Rentals is able to cater our system and scale it down to any size event, large or small. Our custom-built trailers are designed for fast deployment with full video and communication capabilities. We offer top-of-the-line Motorola and High-Terra dispatch and radio equipment, along with Telex and Zetron consoles. DC Rentals Mobile Command Trailer is also available for special events or emergency. In addition, we provide individual and group training sessions on all of our equipment, as well as 24-hour customer service. DC Rentals can be reached at 781-289-3000 or on the internet at dcrentals.net. DC Rentals is a proud sponsor of Peabody TV.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like?
It's all good, baby.
Is it really all good? If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/careguide.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
There it is.
Keep going with it.
Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Today is primary day. We're talking to voters all over Brooklyn. Why did you vote today?
I'm excited about your future because it's also my future.
We appreciate America.
This country needs us.
And today we're out here to get people to vote. I mean, our shirt speaks to your voice, your vote, your future.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question. How old are you?
17.
You're not old enough to vote yet, right? No. We the people. Hold those words close to your heart. It makes a difference. We the people. The way you make your voice heard is to vote.
Yes.
If you want to make changes in these communities, vote.
I want to know why people who aren't voting, why won't they vote?
Maybe you guys are probably counting yourself out because you're not 18, but the truth is you guys have a moral responsibility to my generation and the generation before me to come out to vote, because honestly, there's people who died for us to vote.
Rings with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. America can be exquisite.
Go out and vote. You voted?
Raise the turnout of your neighborhood, get the respect you deserve.
Are you voting this year?
I just registered yesterday. I told most of my friends to go register, and we're all going to be voting in November. Right?
Continue to vote.
Listen, I will be voting as long as my life depends on it and my children.
If all those people who say it didn't matter actually got out and did vote, it would make a huge difference.
May I ask why you voted?
My vote is to take care of you young people of a better life.
Imagine how long it took him to get here. Exactly. And people take voting for granted. Come and vote. Let us march on till victory is won.
Hey, Dad. I need your help asking Jessica to prom.
Of course. Love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Hey, Jessica. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
We're ready.
We're ready. All right, welcome back, folks, to PB Veterans Memorial High School for some second half action in the 2025 Danish Cup.
Tell the people who you are.
I am Brian Moak, Peabody's own
Hall of Famer, you're supposed to say.
I'm here with Coach Matt Smith.
So we are here indeed for this is the 14th annual Danish Cup between Bishop Fenwick and your PBD Tanners. Score at halftime is 7-4, with Fenwick coming out to an early 2-0 lead, but the Tanners responded with 4 goals by Jaden Kritikos and a goal by Matt Vaz and Derek Collins. So, first half impressions, Coach?
I thought it was a good first half. Aside from a few turnovers in the middle of the field, I think both teams are pretty solid on offense. It'd be a pretty evenly matched game had it not been for that little run that Kritikos went on in the second quarter.
Yeah, so offense for Tanners has been Kritikos, and on the other side, offense for Fenwick has been for number 29, Aiden Byrne, who has 2 goals. Also a goal by Romans and another by Rakudi, which gets us to 4. Again, at the conclusion of the game tonight, we will have the presentation of the Danish Cup itself and the presentation by Coach Kevin Holden for the MVP for Fenwick and the MVP for the Tanners. And Brian and I will make our predictions before that happens. We're usually pretty good at it. So I think the last time we did it, right, we both goalies. Mm-hmm. And Tanners come out in the second half and immediately score. And is that... No, Kritikos is winning the leg.
That was 21.
So that goal is scored by Joseph Vaz. A lot of Vazes on this team.
Vaz brothers.
Sounds like a wrestling. So not even 30 seconds into the second half, the Tanners get an early score. Now out to take the face-off is number 23, Eric Cunha. And he is, he looks like he is tripped and he is hurt. But Tanners will keep possession.
I'm trying to think of some Danish Cup MVPs over the years. I'm sure Drew Lucas, Johnny Lucas, Derek Pattarelli. Got it one year, or he should have. I think he did. Fenwick goalie got it.
Yep, that last year we did it. No Danish Cup in 2020. Which is heartbreaking because the Tanners were loaded that year. That's your whole crew there that you had for Cattle Dogs or whatever that team was. Colby Therian.
What was their year? Graduating year?
2020. Nick Pattarelli. Colby Therian.
Yeah, just a great group of boys. So deep.
That breaks my heart every time I think about it because that team could have done something.
That is a shame.
So Fenwick trying to clear here, and they do get it across midfield. And they're on a little bit of a fast break. Good hit. Oh, we're gonna call it.
Yeah, that's the right call. I think.
I know.
It wasn't square. He came in from behind. And he came in hot.
You're right. It's like basketball. I feel like you take a layup, you get hit. You got to expect it, but you're right. That was from behind. So we do have an injured Fenwick player on the field. It is number 13. He does get up. Guess he does not have to come out of the game, or does he? So
Evidently
Fenwick,
not.
Yeah, usually when a trainer comes out, you got to come out.
Yeah.
So Fenwick will be a man up. Is that a 1 minute?
Yeah, that'll be a minute. And this is an important extra man opportunity for Bishop Fenwick. Down 4 goals here in the third quarter.
Yep, this is an opportunity they have to take advantage of if they want to stay in this game. So they will start their man-up possession and spin it around the perimeter. Ball is at X.
PB defenders have their sticks up and in.
Great.
Coaching effort for PB led by Coach Jason Marshall. What year is he in here?
4.
Year 4.
I believe.
Assisted by Reed Foster.
There it is.
And Kiefer Heckman as Bishop Fenwick gets their 5th goal of the game. Is that 13?
Number 13, Recruity.
Great job responding to that, to the prior play, the injury. Gets up and scores a goal. I guess he's all right.
Yep. Pulled a Paul Pierce.
I like the way he plays. I think in terms of the MVP front runners you mentioned, I think Criticos you have to consider. You have to consider 29 Byrne from Fenwick.
Yep.
And 13 Recruity from Fenwick.
Hope Coach Kevin's paying attention here.
That's a great face-off.
Yeah, it was a good one. Flipped that
Number
perfect.
11 from PBD, Kyle Marin, flips it to himself.
Yep. And then
Barrels down the field.
Tried to do a little too much there and thread the needle. And it'll go out of bounds and be Fenwick's ball.
You know, most coaches got no problem with the face-off man doing that as long as there's an attackman to back up the shot. And in that instance, PBD didn't have it.
So Tanner's pressing a little bit more here defensively and coming out more to pressure the ball, except for
Ooh, good save
number
by
29.
the Peabody goalie. Got his hands on it. Fenwick will retain possession. Matt, you don't know who the Bishop Fenwick coach is, do you?
I don't.
Another thing that you would imagine would be on the roster.
You would think. I'll talk to the athletic director about that.
Defense here by PBD number 12, Ryan Rich.
So nothing doing there with Fenwick, so they'll bring it out and start it again. And here is Byrne.
Great defense by Costanzo.
Yep, forces him to give it up. Anytime you force him to give it up, you've done your job.
I love the way these PBD long poles play with their sticks out in front of them, constantly putting pressure on the Fenwick players' hands.
Yeah. Force the issue, get a turnover. I love it. Ooh.
But they don't get themselves out of position very much either. Of course, as I say that, there's another goal by 13 Recruity from Fenwick.
Literally, as you said it.
Yeah.
So 2 straight goals by the Tanners. By the Crusaders. Will they creep back into it, and Tanners lead 8-6 with 7:56 left in the third. It's just like when NBA commentators talk about someone's free throw percentage, they miss it.
Yeah.
So another good face-off. This time he shuffles it backwards. Oh, that's a different face-off guy. That was Cunha that time. Go. That is, I believe, Mason Klickstein.
Good job of Peavy there to secure the possession.
So I imagine we'll try and get this into Kritikos' hands or Collins' hands.
Yeah, Fenwick doesn't have the pull on Kritikos, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So Stephen Brown will go to the cage. Shot goes wide.
Yeah, so
Holden will bring it into play.
They keep that short stick on Kritikos. Thought maybe they got caught in a switch, but nope.
Well, they got the short stick on him, but he's pressuring.
Jason Holden will bring it all the way up top to the 35 and give the ball up to Collins. Who will rip it wide.
That was Klickstein on the shot.
Oh, it was. My fault.
Here comes Vaz. We're on the right side. Great feed
good pass.
inside to Holden. Just couldn't finish the shot.
Good pass, good shot, just a little bit wide. That was good offense. Fenwick doing a little fake out there with the substitutions. He ran off like he was going to sub, but we had the ball. My bad.
It's getting dark on that.
It is brutal. It's a tough night. Lights aren't in full effect, and still a little bit of sunlight. Age has something to do with it as well. So, unforced error there by Fenwick. The ball will go out of bounds and be PBD ball.
Good speed by Brown. There's the pass to Vaz inside.
Oh.
Tackman ends alone, couldn't get the shot off. The ball is still loose. PBD comes away with it.
Good job by the Tanners to stay with that. That looks like Collins now with the ball up top. Yep, number 6.
Yeah, PBD going to their other midfield options with Kritikos being pressured by Fenwick number 17, Jace Manzi.
Yeah. Good screen.
Captain.
Good save by Fenwick's goalie. And Fenwick is out and running. That is number 5, Lincoln Duggan, who will bring the ball up. And Fenwick will have to slow it down for Lincoln to either get off the field or get back. Yeah, he's going to come off. So, big rip there by number 29. We've called his name a few times tonight.
Yeah, he just walked it right in from about 12 yards away. I don't think the PBD defender realized how close he was.
Or that he even had the ball. So with 4:46.
You get a 1-goal game.
Yeah, Tanner's lead is cut to 1. Kyle Marin, I believe, will come back in to take the face-off. Is that? Nope, 23. That is Cunha. Oh, no, it is Marin, and he will get the face and get the shot off. Just a little bit wide.
The PBD attackman needs to be way behind the net when that's happening so they don't give up possession.
You mean like this?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, just when the shot goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
Let's go, Toad! Take it over the 50!
Generally speaking, your face-off specialists aren't the purest of shooters,
no.
So there's a chance that they miss.
He also might be using a face-off stick, right?
Yeah.
So Fenwick immediately turns the ball over. Was that Is that a time violation there? So again, your Tanners on Tuesday will be home against Masco at 4 p.m. That will be a big one. Then they are on the road against Swampscott and back home Friday, May 9th against Whittier Tech at 4 p.m. again. Good pass, just not a great angle to get that shot off, but right idea. Good job by Stephen Brown to not pull the trigger on that shot.
Fenwick defender daring the PB midfielder to go left. I think he might be onto something there.
So PB's offense stalled a little bit here because they are essentially denying Jaden Kritikos the ball. And I can't even remember the last time he's actually touched it. So they will put him in a pick and roll situation to try and get a switch so he can get the ball.
Tough turnover there from Peabody.
That is not a good one.
Turnover sting more as the game goes on and get deeper into the game with the 1-goal deficit.
So again, Fenwick's goalie, number 23, will walk it up. Fenwick having a little trouble getting over midfield and just do. And they do not get a touch. Oh, he called it. They're going to give him timeout? Yep.
Peabody actually made a switch on that play and put their short stick defender on one of the attackmen to bring up one of the long poles to have 2 of those in the midfield.
So Fenwick calls a timeout, and as the teams go into the huddle, body language is noticeably different between these two teams now. Fenwick is jumping around and high-fiving, and Tanners have essentially walked into the huddle. So PB needs to, as they say, pick it up a notch. With a 1-goal lead with 2:34 left in the third. A lot of time left. So again, your Tanners have a 5-4 record and are ranked 30th in the power rankings, which if the tournament were to start today, they would make it, but unfortunately it does not start today. So there will be at least one more recalculating of the power rankings before this season is over, possibly 2. Probably 2 to get an accurate read. And your I would imagine your Tanners will probably have a playing game. And unfortunately, Division I in Massachusetts boys lacrosse, it is loaded. Loaded. There are some really good teams.
What website do you go for that stuff, Matt?
So if you just Google MIAA Power Rankings, it comes right up. And right now, this was as of last Friday, your top 10 teams in Division I boys lacrosse are Lincoln Sudbury, BC High, St. John's Prep, Andover, Acton Boxborough, Westford Academy, Concord Kyle, Winchester Zavarian, and Fian. That will change, however, because St. John's Prep just beat BC High in overtime. So I have to imagine the Prep will go to number 1.
That's a very strong top 10.
Yeah.
Some usual suspects in there.
And St. John's Prep in pursuit of their 5th state championship in a row. You heard that right. 5. They have won 4 state championships in a row, which is very difficult to do. I don't care who you are.
Or what sport we're talking about.
Boys lacrosse.
I just mean, like, that's a tough thing to do no matter what
Oh,
sport.
yeah. Even if you are the Prep. But they are coached by John Pinchon, who is, in my book, one of top 5 coaches in any sport that I've ever seen. So Fenwick will get possession here out of the timeout, looking to tie this game up with 1:39 left excuse me, in the third quarter. And again, the ball is in the stick of Fenwick's best offensive player, Byrne.
Ooh.
That looked like a crease.
Crudy comes in from behind, tries to sneak it in. PB's playing with a lot of urgency here on defense, which is great.
I think the officials may have missed a trip there. Oh, good play. So Tanner's force a turnover and are out on a fast break, which hasn't happened very much this game.
Great play by number 17 there.
Yep, Tyson Higgins, who led that break and made a nice pass. I did not see who took the shot, but it was a little wide.
It was Holden. Good shot.
So Jason Holden with the shot, but Tanners will keep possession with the race to the end line.
Great possession there by the defensively by the long poles of Peabody.
So Tanners will look for a much-needed goal here with
30 in the quarter.
Fenwick has scored the last 3 goals of the quarter. Last goal being scored by Joe Vaz for the Tanners. 30 seconds into the third quarter.
Uh-oh. You know, both teams have made very good decisions on the fast break. You know, when the slide comes to you, which guy do you throw it to?
Yeah, I agree. So Aiden Haight with the save there, too.
That'll do it for the third quarter.
So that shot, even if it got in, will not count. So at the end of 3, the Tanners lead Bishop Fenwick in the Danish Cup 8-7. While we have a moment here, I want to give a quick shout out to PAT, and as usual, great job here broadcasting your local high school sports. We have tonight on camera Aaron Bradshaw, Leilani Barry, director Don Murphy, graphics and audio Aaron O'Brien, and your producer is Stefan Jandersevich. Just as long as I don't have to spell it. So here we are, 1-goal lead for your Tanners in the 14th annual Danish Cup, which the Tanners have an all-time lead of 12-1. They won the first 12 Danish Cups in a row. Only one not being played was obviously in 2020. Last year, Fenwick won their first one. So at the end of the game tonight, presentation of the Danish Cup, which I heard was fixed and refurbished. I think Kevin Holden had to use gum last year to keep it together. And then we'll have a presentation of the MVP for both teams. I know who my vote is for Peabody. Fenwick's a little bit tougher. We got a couple candidates who...
Wait, who's your vote for Peabody?
Tough. Kritikos now because of the goals, but he's been a little bit shut down. If they can figure out this...
He had a great second quarter, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, he did.
I think... really, this defense has played really well.
So I would not mind seeing a defensive player win the MVP. That does not happen very often.
Particularly number 17 from Peabody.
Tyson Higgins.
Tyson Higgins, senior from Peabody. Just really solid play out there.
Yep. And Costanzo's had a solid game as well. So we'll see how this fourth quarter plays out. We got a false start on Fenwick, so Peabody will get the free clear here. We'll run on the whistle. So that is Stephen Brown, who is at about the 30, waiting to initiate the offense. Kritikos still being denied. Peavy has gone into the pick and roll.
Play. Good play.
There we go. Oh, and it hits the crossbar and comes all the way back out to midfield.
Good offense from Peabody.
So that's the basketball sort of aspect to lacrosse.
Yeah, a little pick and pop. The same pieces are true.
Yep.
You know, when you go set a pick, you don't stand there. You move to another area.
And they caught Fenwick in the switch there, and Criticos was able to get possession of the ball. Unfortunately, he hit the crossbar, and it came back out to the 50. So Fenwick won the race to the loose ball. And Byrne will start the offense. He's immediately double-teamed and has to give it up. And Fenwick will throw the ball out of bounds.
Peabody's coach offensively, Kiefer Heckman, was a standout player to say the least at Southern New Hampshire University. Had a great career there.
See the all-time leading scorer in Peabody High history?
I believe he is, yes. Yes, he definitely is.
So Tanners will get the ball across to midfield. And the ball is picked up by Tyson Higgins, who will get a touch, as they say. Meaning he has to get that ball in the box below the 30 in a certain amount of time. Derek Collins been a little quiet tonight. Tough shot there. So that shot taken by Joseph Vaz out at about the 25. That would have been a miracle if that had gone in.
A dangerous play on the clear here from Fenwick.
Fenwick having a little trouble with the goalie defenseman exchange. Mexico. Fenwick goalie will just heave it.
You know, in high school lacrosse, if your goalie can handle the ball outside of the cage, it's a huge advantage.
Yep.
And very helpful for Fenwick in that sequence.
I agree. So number 4, Stephen Brown, again, will race it in and get the touch and bring it back out and set up the offense for Derek Collins. Tanners could really use a goal here. Have not scored since the first 30 seconds of the third quarter. So they've gone almost a quarter and a half without a goal.
His left hand.
Yeah.
Tough shot there.
Jason Holden wins the race to the end line, and he will bring the ball in.
Holden's so smooth out there. He just kind of glides. His Criticos off the pick. Finds his shot, but puts it high in the cage.
Contrary to popular belief, Jason Holden is not my favorite Holden, however. He is a close second.
Who's number 1?
Oh, it's Alex. It's not
it has
close.
to be.
So a little bouncing ball there that is eventually scooped up by the Tanners. This is a crucial possession here. Big difference between a 2-goal lead and a 1-goal lead in the fourth quarter.
Peabody's doing a good job of staying patient.
Oh.
Tough feed there by Brown into Holden.
Almost. So Collins will settle things down up top and start the dodge. And he rips it, unfortunately, right into the stick of the Fenwick goalie. He didn't have to do much on that one. Fenwick goalie will walk it up. Give it up at about the 35 to Dugan, who will bring it across, winds up, Shoots and it is wide. Ooh, that was close. In spite of PB's goalie's efforts there, Fenwick does win the race to the end line. Oh. What happened there? Go off the crossbar?
He went off the pipe. Fenwick attackman got a step but couldn't finish.
Just ended up in Collins' stick, so Tanners will be back on offense again with 6:40 left in the game. And for Peabody, big difference here between being 5-5 and 6-4, so that is an absolute rip that goes wide.
PB's definitely winning the possession battle here in this quarter. We're just going to cash in.
That was Joseph Vaz on the last shot. That is number 10, Klickstein. Good save by the Fenwick goalie. Does not go out. It is picked up by Peavy before it goes out of bounds. So Kritikos has the ball in his stick, and he will go. And he will shoot sidearm. Hate that sidearm. That is Klickstein with the shot, and immediately comes back and intercepts the pass from the goalie. Oh, and then we throw it away.
I don't think he was expecting Holden to cut the way he did.
No. So love the thought process, but just lacked the execution there. So the ball will go out of bounds, turnover, Peabody, Fenwick ball. About 5:20 left in the game. Did he call?
Can't hear from up here.
But it just looked like the goalie had the ball in his stick. What could possibly
Maybe he
have
went
done?
in and out of the crease.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm guessing. I didn't see it though.
Yeah, so goalie was standing by himself, so that you're probably right, Coach. So once that goalie comes out of the crease, you cannot go back in with the ball in your stick. So huge break for Peabody here. And I know we've said it before, but they got to take advantage of these possessions. We have not had any scoring in the fourth quarter after a pretty prolific second quarter in scoring. Kritikos with the good dodge, great opportunity, and sends it wide again.
Peabody Youth Program is in the house tonight.
Love it. All in uniforms. Good to see the youth program alive and kicking.
PeabodyYouthLacrosse.org. Also on Facebook.
Love it. Did wonders for my kids. So, Fenwick goalie putting a nice little game together here. Number 23, Liam Kelsch. I probably butchered that last name. I apologize. But he's put together a nice little game for himself. Held the Tanners scoreless here in the fourth quarter.
He could get himself in the MVP conversation,
yeah,
for sure.
After this quarter, if he keeps going this way, 100%.
Those goalies aren't just stopping shots. They're quarterbacking the whole entire defense with their communication.
Okay, good play there.
Yeah, great poise shown by the PBD goalie.
Oh, we got either a slash or offsides, one of the two. I think he did both.
Now, once the flag's down, PBD's going to want to take it behind the cage and settle it.
Yeah.
Get their people on the field and get a quality possession.
So once that flag is thrown, PBD will keep possession until they lose it. So once they get a shot off, that's it. Whistle will blow and they will go man up. So it is crucial to get a good shot here.
Got the look they wanted. Criticos puts it high again.
So that is the whistle, and into Fenwick. I can't tell that number from here, but Fenwick will be man down for a minute. I believe it was for a slash. So 2:48. Couldn't have asked for a better opportunity here for the Tanners. Man up for 1 minute.
Those shots on the run, PB needs to start putting them low or off hip. This goalie hasn't really been beaten up high so far. Maybe once or twice this game.
Yeah. I mean, I was never a goalie, but I gotta imagine those bounce shots are tough to stop. Unless you get your whole body in front of them. So about halfway through the penalty, 2:13 left. Tanners have spun it around the perimeter about twice here, and now they will go.
PB goes from an open set to a 1-3-2.
That pass is deflected. Tanners will retain it, but penalty is close to being up. And it is indeed over. The Fenwick will get possession. Long outlet.
That was a big possession. Squandered.
But Fenwick immediately throws the ball out of bounds.
Only a minute 30 left in this game, Smitty. PB retains a 1-goal lead.
So, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're in a situation here where if the referee deems that PB is trying to kill the clock, they will restrain them and force them to keep the ball inside the box. Accurate?
That is right, and that is exactly what PB is going to want to do, only being up 1 goal. If they were up 2 goals, then they would have a green light to go to the cage by their coach, I'm sure.
Yeah, so this is one of those situations where when we say restrain, they have to keep it below the 30 and within that blue line that goes along the yardage numbers. So, Coach, PBD coach calls a timeout. I would imagine we're going to get I would imagine get the ball in Criticos' hand and let him run, or Brown get some speed and let him run around.
They definitely do all their initiating from the midfield. You don't see too much dodging from the wings or from behind from the attackmen. I would expect them to go back to that their go-to set with the little on-ball pick to a pop, and then it's kind of a pass-shoot option if you're the Dodger.
Okay, so you think PB is going to look to score here, not just run out the clock?
Well, once they do eventually need to go to the cage. Been so long, I can't even recall what the rule is in high school in terms of when they call it.
I seem to remember that when the referees deem that you are trying to delay the game, that they will restrict you. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, they'll give you the keep it in call.
I'm sure somebody will text me. Tell me I'm wrong.
Coach Pitchon?
Yeah. I'm sure Johnny Wojak will text me. He probably doesn't know the rule either. So here we go. Ball is in play. Tanners have to run about a minute out here to claim the Danish Cup.
Right now, it's all about ball security.
Yep. Don't commit a turnover. Don't get pushed out of bounds.